Press record, and I just want to welcome everyone to the call. There are going to be people that are going to be listening on, so welcome anyways, even if you're listening to the recording. It is Tuesday, March 5th already. My goodness, time is just flying away. We have a Success Club trip coming up, and I'm really excited to get away for a week and not do anything. Like even giving my son away to my husband's sister for a week, and I cannot wait. That's terrible to say, but I'm really excited, and I hope that if you guys are not going on this trip this year, I really hope that you're going to be on it for next year. Yeah, next year. Okay, good deal. Punta Cana, it will be, and I hope to see everyone there so we can all enjoy each other's company and get to know each other more, because I know everyone lives in different parts of wherever. But there are some exciting things going on right now. We just launched the Ultimate Portion Fix yesterday. Who got their hands on it so far?
Working on it.
Working on it? Awesome. I did, and I don't remember. I did get a challenge pack. Just because it was easier that way with the certification. Hopefully you guys are doing the cert with it. It's just going to be more for you to say whenever you're talking to people about your background in education and that experience that you have when you're talking to people. Nutrition is so important. It's, a key ingredient to our results and success in our own fitness journey. So when we're able to say that we have that certification, it looks good for us. Ashley Roberts did a really good post tonight about it. So if you guys haven't seen it, take a look at her Facebook page and look and see what she did. But it's really good to have behind you. So if you have not purchased your kit yet, I would definitely get the certification with it just so you have it. But that is for coaches starting, yesterday was the signing up for coaches up until the 18th. And then on the 18th, that is for our customers. I do have an informational group that I did create yesterday, I think it was. I don't even know. My days are all off and mixed up. But I did make an informational group. I did post a link in the team page. So if you are not in it and you do want in it to add your people, that is completely fine. Just make sure you're keeping track of your own people and that you're following up with them. And you can even tag them in. So what I'm doing is I will tag them in the details of the, the unit section, that there's the details with my blog post that I made. And then I have another unit with transformations, and then another unit with the kit options. There's not a whole lot. So it's a lot less stressful than the Transform 20 that had like a million different options. I really like that this is so easy and simplified. But I really think it's going to be awesome just showing people the transformations that they've had. Are those, I think they're 30-day transformations. Can anyone answer that for me? Are they 30-day transformations?
That's what I was told.
Okay. I think so. But yeah, it's really nice that you don't have to incorporate a workout. But of course, people do have the option. I love the fact that you can do Transform 20 and follow the nutrition, the Ultimate Portion Fix. I think it'll be great together because it's still saving people time and it's not too overwhelming. So this is something that you guys should be talking about. Whether or not you are still doing a workout, this is a perfect opportunity for you to focus on nutrition, even for us, because we should be challengers ourselves. We should be working on our own journey ourselves. And this is just another way to have a transformation and to have that experience that we can share with our clients to get them excited and interested. And I know there are people who may be fearful of sharing it right now because maybe you haven't done it yourself. Well, guess what? None of us have, but we can be reassured that Beachbody knows what they're doing. Autumn has come out with pretty amazing programs, and she's already had the cookbook, Fixate, that was very successful. The portion control containers, they work. We've had a lot of success with them. So this is just a little something extra, taking the portion fix and the portion control and, her cookbooks to another level. It's now including more of your family. It's now including more recipes, more things that you can do with your meal plans. So this is something that even though you don't have the experience with because you're just purchasing it, you can still be confident that it's going to work, and we have results to show it, and we already know what level 1 is, and this is going to be level 2. So it's going to be an amazing program. But talk about it. I did a post yesterday. I'll share it in the team page. And if you guys have done one, share it so we can help each other with coming up with posts, just to get people interested in the program, and you can add them. So that's what's coming out and what came out and what's coming on the 18th. And then the 21 Day Fix Live and 21 Day Fix Extreme Live will be out. Well, 21 Day Fix will be out live on April 1st. And then I don't even know when 21 Day Fix Extreme is out. I forget. I don't have it in front of me. April something after the 21 Day Fix. All right, good deal. We can look at the FAQs on that one again. Anything else I need to touch on? Let's have a kick butt month this month. I know there's people that already have Success Club points. Janice, you're on there. Already have Success Club points on. It's the 5th. Guys, we have so much time. Let's kick butt this month. Let's work as hard as we can. Let's talk about the programs we have. Let's all hit Success Club. Like, if we can all help 3 people, could you imagine the lives that are going to be changed just amongst our team? Like, that would be really, really cool. I want you guys to take out the number Success Club and put in the lives though. Like, think about the people, think about how you are on your own fitness journey, how it has impacted your life. And hopefully that'll make it easier when you're talking to people and, you get objections and you have people that are like not pushing through and they're on the fence. Be confident when you talk about this. Know that it's going to help them. Know that it's going to change the life, and talk about that to them. Be like, look, I know you're on the fence, but can you please trust me on this? Know that I have been doing this. Know that I have seen so many lives being changed from this, and know that this is going to help you. When you can have a conversation like that with people, it's going to help them have a trusting relationship with you, and it's going to help them be like, okay, you're not just here to sell me something. You're not just talking about the price. You're talking about your experience, and you're talking about what you've seen with other people's experience in this. And hopefully that'll just help them go to the next level and just take that step with you. So I think that's all I wanted to really talk about right now. Make sure you're tracking your business using your business activity tracker, whatever one you want to use, whether it's the daily activity tracker that I've made, whether it's the Beachbody, the back office one. It's an amazing one. They're all good in their own ways. It's just what works best for you. And make sure you're doing your go for no sheet, because it's a way of tracking the people that you're talking to. You're writing down names, and you're able to go back to those names and just every now and then go add value to their Facebook page. Let them know that you're watching them. Let them know that you're there. So when they're ready to say yes, that they're going to go to you because they see you. They know that you're right there. They know you're checking in on them, and it makes a difference. With that said, we have had a lot of success on our team, and I'm really excited that we have watched coaches grow. We've watched veteran coaches, go take their business to the next level, but we've watched newer coaches take their business to the next level. And that's why I was excited to have this call tonight, because Sharon, we call her Shay. She is one of our newer coaches, newer within the past year. She started on July 1st. I'll never forget it. I don't know why. It's just something I'll never forget. But she started, I'll probably never forget because it took me so long to get her to join me. But I love what she has done with her business. I love the confidence that she has. I love the fact that she is like, tell me what to do and I'm going to go do it. And she just does whatever it takes to get to where she needs to be. And that's why I truly believe that she is successful. And that's why I believe that she just has so many great things coming to her with this business, moving forward in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, because she's going to be here forever. Because I just know that she has that passion and she loves what she's doing with this, and she's just really good at it. So Shay has been in the business now for however many months it is, since July 1st. I don't do the math. And I'll let her tell the story, but she is a diamond coach, and she is amazing. I don't even know what else to say. I'm going to let her talk. All right. Go ahead and take it away, because I don't want to say what you're going to say. Wait, and talk about what you're going to be talking about, because I didn't even say that.
Yeah. Okay. So she introduced me, and I don't, you don't look at yourself like other people look at you. So wow, thanks. Because I think I'm still have a long way to go. But anyways, I am so excited to be with you guys tonight and just kind of share like where this coaching journey has already taken me this, in the last 8 months, but like where it has taken me and like where I see it going and things that I have found. Deidre, when I was talking to her the other day and she asked if I'd want to do this, she said, share your top 5 tips. So that's what I'm sharing. It's my top 5 tips of how I've advanced my business so far to Diamond and like where I see it going from there. But I'll just tell you right now, it's nothing new. It's nothing revolutionary. Like it's just, pretty simple and probably what a bazillion coaches before me have said, because really guys, that's how simple it really is. And I started to realize, and I fell into that habit when I hit the ground running in July, that I was going to, I wanted to, they said to brand yourself. And so I wanted to brand myself and I wanted to be successful in this business. And so I tried just like shooting out the gate, doing it my way. And like I hit Success Club, but nothing more than that. Like I just couldn't find a groove. And it was because I was trying to recreate a wheel that had already been created. And once I took it back to the basics, it worked. So I'm just going to it's nothing new, like I said, but it's 5 of the top things that have worked for me, but they are just the basics. But the first one that was really big for me is to believe in myself and to really have a clear vision of like where I wanted to go. And I love quotes. I have them written all over my house. But the one that's really spoken to me a lot and I have written on my vision board is whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And so like when I first decided that I was going to be a coach in July, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But anyways, when I finally came to that point, I realized that if I didn't have deadlines for my goals, they were just going to be dreams and wishes and they were never going to go anywhere. And so even though I was excited when I first started, I still moved super slow. And I attribute that to the fact that I said, like when I entered in July and I said, I want to be Diamond by the end of September. So I had set one clear goal, but I just was still kind of like dreaming of being like a super successful coach. And I still didn't have very clear and concise, like broken down goals on even like how to reach that and like how to just move forward. And so the problem I fell into, and so I'm just going to say this right off, is that I set the goal for Success Club 5 every month. And that worked until it didn't. And here's what I mean by that is because then as soon as I hit Success Club 5, even if it was on, the first week of the month, then I let my business sit for the rest of the stinking month. I just fell into that trap so fast of like, I had gotten my 3 people and I was I was on the board and I didn't really work it. And that actually, so my first 2 months, that's what I did. And come month 3, that actually came around and kicked me because guess what? I didn't get a single Success Club point my 3rd month of coaching. And the reason is because I worked super hard in August, the first week, and then I took the rest of August off. And September, I was like, oh, you always think at the beginning of the month, I have so many days ahead of me. I have so many days ahead of me. And pretty soon it was the last week of September, and I started inviting like a mad woman, but nobody comes around. Usually those invites, you don't get the yeses right then. A few you do, but for the most part, it's, it comes back around. And so when I was rushing for Success Club the last week of September, I didn't get a single one. And it really made me stop and like reevaluate like my goal of on my vision board of Success Club 5 each month is I was trying to get there, which is a great goal. And I'm not saying that's not a great goal, but usually whatever our goal is, just you are probably not going to 100% hit it. Like that's just how it works. So if you want to hit Success Club 5, maybe set your goal at Success Club 10. And so I started reading this book that is like game changer in my business. And I'm sure you guys have heard it before, the 10X rule. And it like changed my life. Like I can't even explain it all in the little bit of time we have, because Grant Cardone really like shook and rattled my world of just like my Success Club 5 vision. And he was just like 10X that. And I was just like, that's too big, but just like how you can't just, have these small goals, because what happens is we have this small goal and then we don't quite reach it. So we lower our goal to try to because we want to all reach our goals. So we lower our expectations of reaching that goal. And pretty soon you get to me, like I was my 3rd month of coaching and I didn't even hit Success Club because I was just trying to go so small. So I started setting these bigger goals, and they started to get kind of crazy and scary. But I heard it somewhere, and I can't remember who said it, if your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. And Success Club 5 doesn't scare me, because I can just I have those pocket pullers, I have friends, I can hit Success Club 5, if I really, really put my mind to it. So it doesn't scare me. And so I had to start setting goals that super scared me. And I was just I have no idea how this is going to happen. But one last thing on believe yourself. And so what I did, and I already said I like quotes, but I also love affirmations. And I really feel like that's how you can move forward, is just affirming not only what you want, but as Grant Cardone says in his book, that you already have it. And so I have affirmations written all over my bathroom mirrors, sticky notes everywhere, on my boards, wherever I can put another little piece of paper. And they are all either goals that I have that and I write it like this. And I'll just tell you, I say, I am so happy and grateful now that. And then I go on to say, so I am so happy and grateful now that I reached Success Club 20. I am so happy and grateful now that I reached, and I have all of those everywhere. And so that because when you see it repetitively like that, you start believing it. And when you start believing it, you believe in yourself. And then you're just yes, of course I'm going to get there, because why not? You believe it. You have that belief behind it. So, tying in with that is that when I joined this company, I knew I could do it. I put the belief in it. And so as Deidre said, she sees me here in 5 and 10 years. The only reason that I say 100% yes is because I made a complete written in the sand, unless it's a life or death situation, I will never quit Beachbody. I am on this, I am in this for the long haul, and I am not quitting. So sometimes, yes, my goals step backwards, and I don't, I'm not as successful as I'm wanting to be, but I'm not quitting. And so I figure out where I went wrong, and I try to keep moving forward, because that's how it is. I'm not quitting this business, so I'm going to make it work. But that leads me to my number 2 step, and that is personal development. And oh my goodness, I am one of those who, my mom taught us all to be big readers when we were kids, which I am very grateful for. But then as I got into my 20s and then, married and all this, I kind of drifted away from reading at all, even novels, nothing. I just didn't read. I just didn't have time for it. And then when I joined this business, they said personal development, it was part of the system that you have to do. And so the first book that I picked up was The Compound Effect. And you probably have all read it, being as it's in the Coach University. But I read that one, and it was awesome. And then moved on, it just started wow. And that's how I started being able to even believe in myself more, is because I started seeing where this business could go, with me, what I could do with it. And so I started reading more and more books. And so I just want to share a couple with you guys and see if, everybody's always out for a new idea for a video. So for a new book. And so if you haven't read this one, I highly suggest it, The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. This will really make you think big and think huge. So these are just the few that I've just been reading, and some of them I have going double. Another one, it's an oldie but a goodie, is Eric Worre Go Pro. And, we like to say that Beachbody is not a network marketing business, but essentially it is, because the principles are the same. So yes, we're building relationships and stuff, but this is super good, fast read, but super profound. So GoPro is another one of my favorites. Just for myself, not even necessarily for building a business, but for myself, a favorite that's been out this year. I can't wait to see her, at Summit, is Girl Wash Your Face. That's a big one. And as you can see from someone who stopped reading, I now read a lot. Anyways, this is the one I'm currently reading right now. This is, I try to read at least 1 book a month is my goal. And so Be Obsessed or Be Average is March's book. And so far it is absolutely awesome. I'm about halfway through it. And this one is, both of these last 2 that I'm going to show you, super deep reads, okay? You have to just take little pieces at a time, but this one right here is called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It takes you a while to read through this one. It's very in depth, but literally, if you read just this book, you could explode your business. It was written back a long time ago, before network marketing and all these other stuff came out. But it again is the foundation of what all these other guys who are now current, Grant Cardone and Eric Worre, what they're teaching. It was just from back then. So that's an awesome one. And then How to Win Friends and Influence People in the Digital Age. This is by Dale Carnegie. Super awesome. It was rewritten because it was from a best time seller back in the 30s. And back in the 30s, there was no social media. And so then he went in and like updated it to make it applicable for social media. And so in, winning friends in the digital age, and not just like Deidre was saying earlier, not just having, not just going for those points, but actually making friends and connections. So super great book. Again, kind of a slow read because it's really in depth, but awesome. Totally worth it. So anyways, there's step 2 of like what my top advice for like what has changed my life. And so I know it will for you guys too, is just that personal development. Number 3 is consistency. And again, I kind of touched on this, and I'll keep saying it through this whole call because it was my worst month of coaching. But anyways, was September, because I didn't do a flipping thing. And if I were to like look back on September compared to all these other months that I've done it, and like how I've been able to have, success, it's because I wasn't consistent. And so I love the Success Club system tracker. That's the tracker that I use all the time. I just have changed a couple things, like how many people I'm trying to reach out to every day and stuff, but that's just me. So I'll show you what I go with, I do with it, but I try to, and like literally when I see all these boxes, like I've flipped into the middle of this, but when I see all these boxes checked off, I'm seeing Success Club points on the board. But when I see a lot of white boxes, that's when I'm not seeing anything. And so something really fast that I did that I absolutely just love, because I started using this tracker sheet in November when I went diamond, is I just went to Office Depot and got this printed. And so it just has like Success Club trackers. And then on the back is the social media plan for the week. And so I just went and got it bound, 52 copies, and I started on January 1st. And so I'm just working through this, and it has everything like right there. I can look back on last week and the week previous as far as what I was doing on social media and see like how it was going. That's just me. I like things super organized, but it works. But really fast, what I was going to say about the how I've changed it is just because of like where my goals are. As Deidre said, these go for no sheets, which are awesome. And for me personally, I'm trying to do the equivalent of 10 invites a day. Now, some days I'll do 20, and then the next day I'm doing more focused on follow-up. So the equivalent though of 70 invites a week is my goal. And so I printed off 3 for the month of March so far. But anyways, but that's just like what I'm going to, I just go in and keep track. So that's the only thing different than this one where it says, I think 5, they're hoping you do 5 people, or, requiring that you do 5 people a day. So that's just what I do different. But really fast on that is follow-ups, and the consistency in that, because I would not be sitting right here, and Deidre can say that this is true, if it wasn't for her following up. And like, seriously, I became a challenger in her group. For those that haven't heard this story, I became a challenger when I became engaged to be married. So this would have been late fall of 2014. I joined her group to get fit for the wedding, get a good dress and all this, all the fun stuff and all the good reasons. Had incredible results. Just felt like a rock star on my wedding in January, like loved it. And then kind of like faded away as far as being in the challenge group, but I still had Deidre on Instagram, and I still had her on Facebook, and I watched everything that she did. And I was super impressed with her coaching, because I had tried for like 2 months to be a coach back in like 2013 2012, and didn't go anywhere with it. Like not even, I don't think I even logged into my coach office, like ever. Like I just didn't do nothing. Okay. It was kind of one of those things like, yeah, that sounds cool. And so I signed up, and then 2 months later I just canceled because I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. But anyways, so I was watching her and I was like, wow, she's actually successful. And the thing that kept hitting me is, I don't know, Deidre, exactly which year you joined, but I knew it was kind of like around the time I joined and gave up. And so I'm sitting there thinking like, look how successful she is. And I gave up, and I could be where she is. But I didn't tell her any of this. I just watched her. And so then, and she would occasionally reach out to me and just say, hey, how are you? If I would like her photo, she'd reach out. She was always like following up on me, but I just kind of held back. I didn't want to do the coaching. And then like I was still using Beachbody programs, but I knew if I was in her challenge group, she'd be asking me these questions, or asking me, honestly, guys, asking me to be on Shakeology. And at that point I was like, I don't have the money, and that's an excuse. And I used it too. So we have to have mercy and grace on our potential customers who are using that same line I did. But anyway, so then in January of last year, though, I messaged her and I was like, hey, are you doing a challenge group for 80-day obsession? Because I had decided I wanted to do 80-day obsession, but I knew there was no way I could do it by myself if I didn't have a challenge group. And so she was like, totally, join my group. And so I did, and had awesome results and loved it and loved the challenge group. And she just started, especially after I joined that challenge group, just consistently, she would reach out, but it wasn't always, hey, are you ready to coach? Occasionally it was, hey, I think you'd be super great at this. But then other times it was just like, how are you liking your fitness journey? Like, how are you liking 80-day obsession? It was just like getting me to seriously believe in the program and in the system. And then it would come around to, girl, you'd be really great at coaching. It was just always, but it was just not, there wasn't pressure. I really didn't feel that pressure. And so I give it to her that like follow-up works, because what was that? Like 2013 until 2018. Before I was finally ready. And then even after I finished 80-day obsession, it wasn't until July or end of June that I started talking to her that I was finally ready to be a coach. And so just because it took me that long, like it makes me realize like how consistent with that communication I need to be with my, ladies that have shown interest, and also just be patient, because you never know. And I love this quote that Autumn uses it, and she uses it more in the terms, for fitness, but it can be used for coaching too, is that you don't pick the fruit the day you plant the tree, and so you're not going to have those results the day you start working out, but you're also not going to have, you're not going to be a however many star diamond coach or an elite team the day you start inviting. And so you just start inviting, and those people, like some of the people that are coming around from, there was one girl that I asked in July to join. She's asked, was all super interested. I was like, sure, I literally had her written down that, she was going to sign up, and then she just ghosted me, and I'd messaged her, nothing. It was just, she was gone. So I tried again in November when I was pushing for Diamond again, and nothing. And so then like 3 weeks ago now, I just messaged her, and I was just like, hey, listen, I said, I see, because she kept watching my stories. And so I said, hey, listen, I see you're watching my stories, and listen, you will not hurt my feelings if you don't want this. I said, but I am fixing to start 80, because right now I'm personally doing 80-day obsession again. And I said, I'm fixing to start it again, and I would love to have you in my group. What do you think? And she messaged me back and said, thank you so much for messaging me. I was scared to ask after I had ignored you last year. And now she's a challenger. She's a discount coach, and she's 2 weeks into the 80-day obsession and absolutely loving it. So it took her 8 months to come around, and some of them, look at me, it took me longer than 8 months. But in other words, don't give up, because it slowly circles around. So that was number 3, was consistency. Number 4 is to be authentic and be willing to share. And this was a super big one for me, and one that I still struggle with, because for me, like I announced July last year, I was a coach and all this, but it wasn't until November, and it wasn't until I had that goal of becoming Diamond that I was actually willing to finally share a before and after photo. Like I was just kind of like embarrassed of what people would think about me. But the fact of the matter is, well, first off, they were already my Facebook friends before, and they were after. So, they kind of, maybe they didn't notice that side to side difference, but they saw they saw me changing. But I was just, I don't know why. I can't really put a finger on like why I was embarrassed for them to see it, except because I'm proud of like where I've come. But I just was worried of what they would think. What would people think of me? And yet when I finally shared that first photo of a before and after, I think that month I hit like Success Club 12, which was like totally attributed to that one post that I did, the before and after. And so I've been trying to be more, and especially like in my stories, like I'll share on days that I'm just like, guys, I didn't eat like I was supposed to today. I've been trying, and I've been telling you guys that I'm trying to follow this nutrition, and then, but then emotions and stress got the best of me, and just being honest like that. And people are starting to come around and be like, okay, I think I can do it. I had a girl sign up for To Be Mindset this last month. She was like, I think I can do it, because like, I thought I had to be 100% perfect, but I see that you always aren't. And I was just like, well, I wish I was, but no, I'm not. And so that's how you relate to people, is when you're just real and you're just you. So don't try to hide the fact, okay, if you want to, and so I've been super honest with this, going around through 80-day obsession again, as I said, guys, like during the winter, like I wasn't quite as strict with my nutrition, and I want to lean out again for summer, and people were just like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll join you. And I think it's more motivating when I'm in the ditch with them and I'm actually trying to get a grip on my nutrition and I'm actually trying to be 100% consistent with my workouts compared to me being up at top and being like, come on, guy. You know what I mean? Like, I think that they're relating better because I'm being more relatable. And then number 5 is to focus on your work and be a steward of your time. And this, again, was super big for me because here was a question I finally had to ask myself about October time when I was like, okay, I just need to be diamond, is my power hour really a power hour? Because my problem was, and I was new and I wanted to learn as much as I could, but I would sit down, I have a little 3-year-old, so she would go, at the time she was 2, so she would go down for her nap in the afternoon and that was my time. I could get my business done, but I would sit down and then I would catch up on all the team calls that I had missed. Not a bad thing if you have extra time, unless it's something, and this is something I've really had to find, and Melanie Mitro actually said something about this, is she said, you have to pick and choose like what you need help with, and some things you're just going to have to let go. Because I needed the training as a new coach, and I still do, but I find it much faster to have one question and go and find the answer that either in the FAQs on YouTube or I'll ask Deidre, like I'll figure it out, compared to sitting through every single team call there is. And now I feel, stop right there though really fast, I do feel things like tonight are super important. And I know I've missed a lot in these last couple months because I've had my husband and I do indoor archery league, and so we've had it, and so it finishes in 2 weeks and then I'll be back. But I feel like you need that because you need that connection and you need that fire. So I'm not saying don't do anything, but what I'm saying is don't do everything. Okay, pick and choose a few, select, and definitely have this be your number one because this is your main support group. But pick and choose a few and then just let the rest go. And then maybe, I don't know, you have you're all caught up and you have some free time. Instead of turning on Netflix, then maybe go watch that video if you have extra time, but make your power hour actual work and not just catching up on calls, because that was super big for me. Another thing, just to be a steward of my time, is I found if I pre-planned, I save so much time, you guys. Like on this Success Club tracker thing, they give you 10 minutes to do the social media post and the call to action. And I'm not a very fast writer. Like I kind of have to process it. And then, so I just would find myself, I'd get to that point. I'd set my timer. So I set my timer. So I did my 20-minute timer, and then I would not even set a timer for that one because it took me so long. And I would sit there and sit there and sit there. And pretty soon my little girl's awake and it's time to go start dinner. And like, I haven't even finished these other parts because I was just wasting so much time of not thinking ahead. I was wasting too much time of trying to come up with something that fast. And also for my challenge group, I was trying to post like right then, okay, it's time to go put something in the challenge group. I have found that if I sit down for it, really, honestly, I've never sat down for more than 3 hours total, but on the weekends, like I had been wasting so much time watching TV, like movies, but like literally on the weekends, in between pockets of time, it's not a block, but in between pockets of time, I have all of my challenge groups scheduled for the rest of the week. So I don't even have to worry about those during the week. All I have to do during the week is check into my challenge group. Currently I have 2 of them running, a general one and then also an 80-day obsession exclusive one. But they're all booked. They're done. I don't even have to think about that. And then also like my posts, and I learned this from Melanie again, is the little notes app. I have an Android, so it's in the little notes app in my phone. Like we're driving down the road and something will hit me, I'll just sit down and write that post out, sit down and at least jot that thought down. And then I have like posts saved up that are like kind of like those, Success Club points out of the back of your pocket. I have posts saved up in the back of my pocket. That way I don't go a day or 2 or 3 without having that post up. Just making sure and trying to stay, I've been using a ton of Canva lately. And so trying to just have a couple Canva, coach and even challenge group posts ready and done. And that way, again, during the weekend, during the hustle, it's not getting not done because I ran out of time. So I use for me, weekends, I have a little extra time. I just block it out that I'll use some of that time to be prepared for the coming week. And then the power hour is seriously focused. And then yeah, Facebook. This was a big one when I first started, and I've gotten so much better about it that now my friends complain that I don't see any of their posts because now I don't just scroll. And like, I'm not one, like I kind of got turned off on Facebook anyways when it went to where everybody just shares reposts. They're not even sharing about their life anyway. So it's kind of a waste. So like literally now when I go on Facebook, if I'm on there just for fun, it's literally I will type in my brother's or my sister's or brother-in-law's names to see like if they've posted a photo of my niece or nephew. Otherwise, I don't even scroll. So I miss a lot of just like plain old posts, but that's okay. Like who would you rather, as they say in coaching, would you want to do what I'm doing? You're already doing what I'm doing, but I'm making money and you're not. Either Facebook, you can use it to waste your time, or you can use it to make money. And so once I changed that Facebook for me it's my platform to make money. It's my platform to build my business. And I don't have time to waste on it anymore. That saved me a lot of time. It's hard. Sometimes you flip open Facebook during your power hour and you'll see, that top post. And I've just had to be like, I will not. Like later, if I have a second, and more often than not, I even forget about it, but I'll go back and look at it. But I don't have time to just scroll. So one quote I want to leave you with that is written in big, you can't see it right here, but it's like right beside my desk, right here on my computer, is something that Kevin Shaw there at Beachbody left with us diamonds the other day as I'm in a group on Facebook for pushing to 1 star. Anyways, and so he did a super tough love video the other day for us. And he left us with this quote, and it's written down because I was like, oh shoot. So I'm reading this to you, but I'm reading it to myself too. But just listen. He said, you're doing exactly what you need to do to be exactly where you're at. And if you want to get out of where you're at, you've got to do more. And so that's just what I want to leave you guys with and challenge you with is if you're not happy where you're at as a coach, you're exactly where you need to be from what you're doing. So if you're not happy, things are going to have to change. And like I said, I am speaking 100% to me because I am wanting Star Diamond so bad and it's not happening. And so, it's happening, but it's happening too slow for my liking. It's just so slow. And so I'm just like, you know what? Previously, especially, early on in the year, I guess I was doing exactly what I needed to do to stay at Diamond. And so I need to step up my game because I want to go to 1 star. So I don't know which rank you guys are going to. That's how it got me to Diamond. And that's how I see it getting me to Star Diamond and much further than that. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to encourage you guys that don't give up on your dreams, but make sure that you have actions behind those dreams or else they'll always stay dreams and they'll always be on our vision board every single year. So anyways, that's what I had to share, Deidre. And I hope it was able to help somebody.
I'm so proud of you. Oh, you did fantastic. Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you put that quote in the team page?
Oh, yeah.
Because I tried writing it down, but I didn't get all the words. I know what it meant, but I want specific words so I can rewrite it down.
Yeah.
Because I am a huge quote person and affirmation person, just like you. And it is great to have that. I'm just looking because I have okay, I'm ridiculous. This right here is a bunch of affirmations and quotes just because when I'm working and right there and everywhere, when I'm working and I'm stressed and struggling and can't think of what to post about or what to do, I look and I'm like, okay, you are never going to feel like it. Just do it. This is how you can change your life. And then I have a note to myself of where I'm going to be already acting like I did it. It's nice to have that. So yeah, if you can share that in the group, that would be awesome. Cause it was really, really good. I love it. Everything you said was so great. So one thing what was it I wanted to touch on is, you talked about planning your posts. And I truly think that it really is a game changer. Doing our posts is important. A lot of times we don't have time, so we forget to do it, or we are just out of words and we don't know what to say. So do you feel like doing your personal development has helped you come up with your post?
I would definitely say yes, because it has made me more, so just the limiting and Girl Wash Your Face talks about the lies. is I kind of said, I couldn't do it because what lie did I said it during the call. Now you just said it and made me think of it. The lie that I often struggle with is I'm not a writer. Everybody's a writer. We were all given an imagination and we were all given a mind and a brain, by God. And so of course we're writers. But we try to, I think the problem is we try to be other people instead of just being ourselves. And so for me, like believing that I have a message and I have a passion and I've come to be like super confident in that, like through my personal development reading, is that like I have a message. And so I just need to get outside or get somewhere. I think a lot in the car, like get where I can think away from my computer, honestly, and away from other coaches. Like get away, and then I just am able to just be myself, and it all comes together. So, and that's not to say that I don't take, like when Deidre, when you post some posts, I'll see like, oh, that's a cool like way she was able to wrap that up or whatever. So like I might like incorporate some of those things, but I'm trying to steer away from the whole copy and paste, which is fine when you need help. I did it too, and sometimes I still do. But at the same time, like if you want to be unique, you need to be yourself. And so I'm finding that more and more. And so I am gaining my confidence through the books that I'm reading and seeing a clearer and deeper vision of where I'm going. And so then I'm just like, I'm myself, like here I am, and so take it or leave it. And people are taking it because then they see me and, they don't see like, and especially like on Facebook, like who are we kidding? A lot of people on Facebook know us a little bit and they're just like, you didn't write that. You know what I mean? Like they can see right through it. So just being yourself and being confident in it. So.
Yeah, I think that it's good to look at other people's posts, and if it feels like it's something that you would post, use it, but change a few words.
Exactly.
Because it won't be shown as much in your newsfeed because Facebook catches stuff like that. But like change up a few words and make it your own. So people do look at it and they're like, that's her. Like they're going to see your personality. It's so true. Your people do know. But the reason I asked about that with the personal development is I personally feel like I am better with my words and I have a lot more to say when I'm diving into my personal development. And if you guys are not aware yet, guess what came out? The new one. Girl, Stop Apologizing. It actually was out at Target before it was supposed to be. That was an accident. So I purchased a few. But this actually, I did get mine in the mail from Amazon for my pre-order today too. So it is out. So if you got, just taking away from what Shay said, if you guys haven't picked a personal development book yet, guys, like it really helps. Like it really does you justice. It's not going to just help you with your business. I say it every time. It's going to help you as a wife, as a mother, as a friend, as a sister, as a daughter, as a leader, as a coach, so many different financially, just, I don't know, like time management. There's so many things that it can help you with to help you be a better version of you. So I really do encourage you guys, if you're not diving in, if you've never read anything, Compound Effect. Yeah. Go get that first one. That is so good to do. And every book that Shay read off was, I love them all. Just really great option. So we do have a file section with personal development, and I think almost every one of those books are named on there. And then what was the other thing that I was going to say? Just to leave you guys with this, because I don't want to take too much time, is she talked about the transformation and she talked about the consistency and sharing your own journey. Guys, every Tuesday should be a transformation Tuesday in some way, shape, or form, whether it's as a coach and how it's changed your life. And if you're new, talk about how you used to be and talk about why you're excited to have a transformation or why you're excited to be on this journey and how it has changed your life just by starting. If you don't want to do one like that, because you want to go back and forth anyways, do a transformation with your own fitness journey. Do a transformation with your mindset. Lauren Ollie did a really good transformation post, last week? Just like random transformation post, but about her kid's bedroom. But she put like so much thought into it, and it was really, really good and really creative and really like, it was just great. And she had a lot of feedback on it. So do a transformation. I haven't done mine yet. Yes, I'm in my pajamas. yes, I'm going to go change into an outfit after I'm done because I need to do a post tonight and I haven't done a transformation and I have it on my social media planner for today. So I have to do it, and planning out is good. So now you know what you're going to say. And if the other planning options, so Shay mentioned the notes section. I sometimes use the notes section, but I also use the Plan app. It's PLANN. It's really, really nice because you can plan out your post, but you can plan it out by your picture. So it's that right there. Don't mind my nails. But like these right here, I haven't even posted yet. They're just already there. Actually, the whole way, all of those. I haven't posted any of those. I'm only right here. And I have all of those that I haven't used. And it's just for a rainy day when I need to post something. I already have the picture and I already know what I'm going to say. And it helps just to have that. So the Plan app is really great, and you could just coordinate your theme with the pictures. Or I also have my own Facebook group with myself in it and my husband, because you have to add one person if you're going to create a group, and it's Deidre's Posts. And I could just have them in there for when I need them. If I'm thinking on the spot or I see somebody's post and I really like it, I copy it and put it in there so I can create my own down the road. Those are just my ideas to add to it. But you really, really did an awesome job. I'm really proud of you. Like was this your first team call that you've done? So way to go. I'm proud of you. And this just shows that you have your A game on. And last month, Success Club 16, she's not stopping. She has even bigger goals for this month. And it's just consistency. It really does pay off. She told you what it was like when she wasn't consistent, and now she is. And this is what happens. It works. It works. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hey, let's get a picture real quick. Can you guys take yourself off your video? I won't force it, but you should try to. I'm going to, we'll screenshot I was trying to take one on my iPhone, but then I saw how dirty my screen was. Did you see me wiping off my computer screen? Sorry for the distractions, but all right. Anyone else want to take themselves off the video so we can be in the picture? All right. Ready? No one else wants to get off the screen? Oh, there's one. All right. Jen, Alana, do you guys want to get in the picture? 1, 2. All right. I'm going to snap it. 3. Oh, wait. What happened? What the heck was that? Oh, crap. Hold on. I got to do it again. That didn't work. Gives everyone extra second to. Okay. I won't hold it as long. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay, there we go. Awesome. All right, guys, thanks so much does anyone have any questions? Does anyone want to ask her any questions? I'm sorry. Anybody want to get at her? Yes, no, maybe so. Nope. Okay. If anyone does have any questions and they think about it after the call, she'll be available. I'll post the recording. We have the event up right now, or you can post in the team page where I posted about the call. I guess that is the event. But you can ask her questions in the team page or message her. Sorry, I just said that. Making you available. But she would be happy to answer any questions. She has a lot of value to add. And yeah, so thank you so much for your time, Shay, for missing your last archery, your second to last archery.
Second to last. It's
second
okay.
To last, so she can make her last one. So thank you for your time and for sacrificing for us to help us. Oh, wait, no, Michelle is asking, oh, where's the personal development? I will tag you in it. It's in Forever Fit under, it's either under files or units. I may have it under both. I think it's under both. I think I added a recent one under units. But I'll tag you in it. Michelle, I need to write your name just so I don't forget. All right. Good deal. All right, guys, thanks for jumping on, and let's have an awesome month. Okay, let's take what she said and just rock it. All right, guys. Thanks again, Shay.